The next thing I'm going to demonstrate is how to build a WebGL build. But first, we're going to want to fix up a little bit of an error that the WebGL builds have that the Windows builds don't. There is a bit of a mouse drift that causes the camera to constantly turn, which endlessly turns your character. And this is because WebGL has a hard time parsing float differences, so it just keeps reading zero values as some value at all. So we want to go and change the camera control script. In our class 3 folder, open up your camera control. When you have this script opened up, find the read mouse for camera controls functionality. You'll see that there is a check for the input get access for mouse X and mouse Y. What we want to do is create an if conditional here. If the input dot get access of the mouse X is greater than 0.1f. However, what we want to do is make sure that we put this in parentheses and then do the mathf dot absolute value of the mouse X. So this is going to be, and I'll go to the entrance and tab here, if parentheses mathf dot abs, which means absolute value, which means it will take the positive or negative and turn it positive, of how much we've moved the mouse horizontally in the x-axis is greater than 0.1. That means it's not just standing still. Then our rotation offset will be set to equal to this. And what I'll do is I'll copy and paste this, and we will check the same thing for the mouse Y. So now this is if the mathf absolute value of the input.getAxis of the mouse Y is greater than 0.1f. And I'll zoom in on this so you can pause it and type this all out exactly. We want to make sure that we've added these lines in because this will make it so that the camera will function more appropriately in a WebGL build. I will then save my script and convert my project to a WebGL format. I'll do this by hitting File, Build Settings, and I will click and change my project to a WebGL by selecting WebGL in the Build Settings and hitting Switch Platform. This will take a minute, so I will pause until it's complete. Now that it's complete, I'm able to hit the Build button. You'll see that I have in my projects the ability to add another, or this is where our assets, library, logs, etc. are. We already have our Windows build folder, so I'll create a new folder and call this the WebGL builds folder. I'll open this up and create a new folder and call this first web build. I will double click and select this folder. And this will take forever, so I will pause it until this is complete. Now that the build is completed, the WebGL builds screen popped up. At this point, we have made both our WebGL build and our Windows build.